Hello, Bobby D11 here. How's everybody doing? We got some weekly predictions for Week 5 of the NFL. We're going to start with a little recap on Week 4. I got with me today Tyler Riley, Dr. Nefario, and Jake Guerin, Superstar Fly. And I'll come right out of the gate and say it. I did not pick the Jets. Not even down. Nope, they're done. But lo and behold, they got me. I ended up going 9-7 last week, guys. Not too good. I'm 37-27 on the year. I need to get them numbers up. I'm looking for a good week. Let's see. What else?
The rookie numbers, Bobby. You got to pump those up.
I got to pump them numbers up. I got to pump those bad boys up. Let's see here. What was another good game? Indianapolis going into Miami. Miami's not doing too good, but, they needed to win bad to stay in that division. The Titans losing helps them stay in it. Hey, what about you guys?
Yeah.
Anything interesting this weekend?
Honestly, probably Arizona versus the Rams.
Yeah. Going in there and winning.
Like you said, Bob, a statement game.
Oh, yeah. Big statement.
Definitely a statement game. They played well on offense, really well. Just dominated.
Yeah, especially that run game, guys. That was impressive. It's a passing team showing you they can run it.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Yeah. So we're going to switch right over here, going into the predictions for Week 5. Thursday night, guys. Thursday night. What can I say? It's been kind of a week so far this year, Not a lot of good games. We get let's see here. Carolina at Houston. You got Jacksonville at Cincinnati. Well, this week we got a game.
That Jacksonville-Cincinnati game, though, that was pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, even I don't think any of the Thursday nights have been bad games. You had the Giants and Washington. That came right down to it. But still,
yeah, that was a good game.
They're games you look at the paper like, eh.
Yeah, they're just ugly to look at.
They're not this week. We got the Rams at Seattle. Los Angeles Rams at Seattle Seahawks. And I gotta say, I'm picking the Rams. I'm picking the away team.
Huge game.
I think they're gonna figure it out and come back, get that win. They didn't look too good. They didn't look too good against Arizona. They got upset for sure, and I think they got a little bit embarrassed. I think it's maybe they got grounded a little bit, and I think they're gonna come out with the win. What do you guys think?
Honestly, I gotta go Seattle. That crowd noise is just gonna, it affects teams, and I think it's gonna come into play here. I think Russell Wilson is gonna propel the team to victory. It's gonna be closer than last week's game between the Rams and the Cardinals. I think they'll put up a good fight. It's gonna be a defensive battle. I see something, probably 24-21 or something like that. Not too high scoring, but I do like Seattle in this one.
I think you like short quarterbacks.
Gives me hope.
I'm going to go with the Rams. I think these Thursday night games are very it's hard to really pick them. You just never know who's going to show up on the short week.
Gotta agree.
And going into Seattle is tough. But I still got the Rams. I think they're gonna shut down that offense a little bit, and then their offense is gonna be get back on track. Get Cooper Kupp back involved in that offense, as he's been so good all year.
Yeah, dangerous wide receiver. All right, let's move around to the next one. We got a London game this week, all the way in England. I love it. Playing at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. For all you got Hotspurs fans out there, gotta love it. Let's see here. I love Sung. Sung's man. This is a good guy. Good old Korean guy. All right, we got the Jets. It's technically at Atlanta, but really it's in England, so no real home field advantage there. I'm taking Atlanta, guys, believe it or not. Jets coming off a win, but didn't convince me none.
Bust out the tea and crumpets, boys. It's going to be a great game. I like the Jets, dude. I think they're going to have back-to-back victories. They're starting to get their offense figured out. Their defense is pretty underrated. Atlanta, dude, these teams, some find ways to win. Atlanta is finding ways to lose. They just, I don't know, they cannot put it together in the fourth quarter to get a victory, and I think it's going to continue in London.
At least my Rookie of the Year pick's looking bad.
Yeah.
Pitts has not done anything. What do you got for me,
I
Jake?
am gonna go with the Jets also. Yeah, I think Wilson maybe he turned a corner. Maybe he just need a couple games to get back on track. But I think the Jets are gonna take this one. I am not impressed by the Falcons whatsoever. The fact that their best sign of a run game is Cordero Patterson is probably not the best thing.
I mean, I like him in fantasy.
Yeah, but he's still not. Yeah, it's not a viable option. And that Jets D is going to eat him up a little bit. And I think the Jets are going to take this one.
All right, let's move on to the next one. I'm going solo with Atlanta. All right, I think this one might be a little more one-sided, but also I'm a little worried about this game as a Packers fan, to be honest. Green Bay at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's got me a little bit worried, especially their wide receivers, and we are looking shallow at cornerback, so I am actually worried. I am picking Green Bay because I think our offensive line and especially ground game, I think that's going to be the key. If we keep that offense on the sidelines, we run the ball, I don't think they can stop our run. We'll take care of them pretty well, but, it's something about Green Bay on the road sometimes. We like to just not play our game, and I am worried, actually, believe it or not. What you guys got?
Jake, you go ahead and take this one. You're the Packer fan. Oh,
I'm
I'm
scared.
I'm also going to take Green Bay. I'll be a Packers fan, obviously. I'm going to take Green Bay in this scenario. Bengals are good, though. But I think with the double-headed monster at running back in Green Bay, and I think you're going to see, you saw it a little bit last week, they're not afraid to go to the number 2 option at running back. And I think they're gonna try to pound the rock and keep their defense off the field as much as possible.
I agree. Got to go with Packers, dude. I got him in the top 5. Got to keep it rolling, Aaron Jones, most underrated running back in the league. You heard it from me. The non-Packers fan is talking up the Packers, dude. I think they'll take care of business. I like what I saw from Joe Burrow, but he had to stage a comeback against the Jacksonville Jaguars at home, dude. And I think that Green Bay's offense is clicking enough that they'll take care of business. Could be closer than you think, but I still like Green Bay by 10 points.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Jones with the underrated running back. I'd almost say he's a very underrated wide receiver. They can do a lot of things with him, and I love it personally, being a Packers fan.
Yeah.
That man can be anywhere, and he's dangerous. Except for maybe, on the offensive line. Maybe keep him away from that. A little small. All right, let's move on to the next one. We got Detroit at Minnesota. Nothing really to say here. I'm going to take Minnesota at home. Minnesota's lost a lot of close games. Detroit, they fight, but I don't think they're going to have it in them. What do you guys think?
I agree. Jared Goff's got those baby hands, man. They should make that a verb. Goffing up the ball.
There it is.
He just
baby hands.
is a turnover machine, dude.
He just drops it.
Vikings ain't gonna drop 2 in a row at home, especially against the Lions. No way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jake.
As much as I hate to say it, yeah, Vikings gonna take this one. I think it's gonna be close. Lions will make it close, but I think the Vikings will pull away at the end. They're just too good against a team like the Lions to lose, and they know if they lose again, they're really kind of putting themselves in a position where they're not gonna have a chance at the playoffs because they still got Green Bay left.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's we're gonna try to pick up the pace a little bit, guys. We're gonna go Denver at Pittsburgh. I'm taking Denver. There you go, Riley. There you Broncos. I think they're
Wow.
I don't think Pittsburgh's offense is going to do much against that defense, and I think they're going to rely, or at least I hope, they can rely a little more on the run game this week. I just think Big Ben's washed. Denver's defense is going to pick them apart. Might get some points on that team, their defense. What do you guys think?
Your confidence has inspired me, Bob. But I got to go the Steelers. Denver, dude, their quarterback situation, it was a question mark going into the season. I don't know if Teddy's going to be, 100% coming off the concussion protocol. I got to go the Steelers. I think, they'll put it together at least enough to beat Denver, even if it is a close game. I I don't have any confidence after last week. 7 points at home. Come on.
You know, it's funny. I got the Broncos too. I think their pass rush is going to do enough. Big Ben can't even move. I mean, he can't even move. Like, if that pocket collapses, he just sits there and he just takes it. Like, and I think the Broncos D is going to, get some pressure on him, and then they're just going to pound the rock, especially if Teddy Two Gloves is out. They're just going to have to pound the rock, and I think they can do it. But if, it all depends on him. Like, Riley's right, though. Long term, if Teddy's going to miss more games, they're in trouble. But I think this one they'll get.
All right, let's move on to the next one. We got Miami at Tampa Bay. I ain't got much to say about Tampa Bay. I mean, that's a pretty straightforward pick, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, Tampa Bay all day.
Oh yeah, definitely. If they couldn't even handle the Colts D, I mean, Tampa D's
Yeah, that could get ugly.
Yeah.
We got a little bit more of an interesting game here. We got New Orleans Saints at the Washington Redskins. Washington's defense has been the biggest letdown to me this year, but I'm still gonna stick with them. I'm gonna stick with them. I think finally, I've been saying it every week. Finally, they get something figured out. Even though I'm about to drop them on fantasy football because I'm done with it.
Strengthen your convictions. I like it, Bob.
I'm gonna take Washington at home. I feel, Heineke. They give up 30 points, but they are scoring 30 points, and I like them at home. What do you guys think?
Me too. It's tough because you picked Jameis as your breakout performer. He looked good week 1. And you also pick Washington as your breakout team. So they're kind of head-to-head here. So
they are
kind of a win-win for either way, I guess. But I'm still going to go Washington too. I think Chase Young is going to feast on Jameis this game.
He needs a
2 sacks, 2.5 sacks.
2.5 sacks. I love it.
2.5 sacks. You heard
Loving it. What do you think, Jake?
I think it's gonna be a close one, but I think Washington takes up this one. Yeah, Winston just hasn't shown what they need from him.
I would say he's doing better in the turnover margin, like I thought he would. I think he's.
Can we talk about Kamara for a second? He's just, I don't know.
Didn't he have a big game last week? Didn't he have like $140?
Did he?
Who are they playing?
I don't even know who they played. I swear he had a good game though.
Giants. Didn't they lose to the Giants?
They lost to the Giants, but I thought Kamara played well.
I didn't really look at the stats of that game. I'm sorry. I mean, you lost to the Giants, so I don't think he had that good of a game. Even if it was a good game, losing to the Giants isn't a good game.
Yeah. Barkley played really well, though, and he hasn't played well in a while.
That was nice to see.
Giants are a team that's interesting. They don't lose by much. All right, let's scoot on along here. We got Philly at Carolina. I think Carolina's going to take care of it. That defense is good. Philadelphia is still figuring out who they are, and Philadelphia's got a lot of injuries. Then again, so does Carolina. Everybody does. Everybody besides like 2 teams.
Yeah.
Carolina, I think they're competitive without McCaffrey, as Jake said in a previous stream, and I like them here. What do you guys think?
I agree. I think you saw frickin' Hurts' best game that he's going to have all year against the Chiefs. 300 yards passing, however many yards rushing, and they still lost by like 20 points.
Yeah.
I think Carolina takes care of business here.
That was the Chiefs' defense.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Carolina here. DJ Moore is a stud.
He's gotta.
Yeah, Carolina. DJ Moore definitely stepped up with the injury to McCaffrey, and the run game is solid. Still, it's obviously not McCaffrey, but it's good enough to win games. And when Darnold's running in touchdowns like that, I mean, did you see those moves he was putting on? He was doing like the fake pitch and everything. Like he was.
I thought Cam Newton left Carolina, dude.
Yeah, I thought so. I think he's got the same playbook.
Well, let's Tennessee at Jacksonville. I took Tennessee, but I'm not that confident. What do you guys think?
Can I hedge my pick here? What's A.J. Brown and Julio Jones' status? I mean, dude, fuck it. I'll take Jacksonville. You know, they
Yeah.
played Cincinnati good enough. They're at home now.
I
They're
think
running the ball more.
maybe Irvin will stop
And
being a
if they can
distraction.
lose to the Jets, they can lose to Jacksonville, damn it.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go. They're just giving out wins to the teams. I feel bad for them.
I'm gonna have some faith here, and I'm gonna take the Titans. And who knows? Maybe this will be Urban's last game. Maybe week 5 will be it for him. I'm starting to think I don't think he's gonna make it to the season.
I'm getting worried about
What
it.
a cheese bag, dude.
If his wife beats him up for grinding on those chicks.
I mean, they grinded on
Right.
him. His hands were just an awkward situation. It was his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of, he looked just absolutely.
He's like
destroyed.
Talladega
Yeah,
Nights. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Mhm. Yeah,
Alright.
for real.
Let's move it on before this gets any more crazy. All right, we got New England at Houston. I'm gonna take New England. I think that defense. I mean, what Mills? I don't really know when Tyrod's supposed to come back. With Mills out there, I don't think Houston's doing anything to anyone anytime soon. So I'm going.
Yeah.
Going Patriots. What do you guys think?
I agree. Jake said it best. Belichick knows how to scheme one player out, and if you take out Brandon Cooks, who do they got? They got nobody. New England all day.
I'm scared on my fantasy team. I have Cooks.
I'm going with New England too. I think you're going to see them take care of business. The Texans are terrible.
All right, let's.
Yeah, I'm starting to think they're the worst team in the league, dude.
I mean, coming in, I was thinking that, so it worked out.
Without
All right.
Tyrod.
Tyrod, they actually look pretty good with Tyrod. I was actually impressed with him, but without him, it got bad fast. Let's move on to Chicago at Las Vegas. I'm taking Raiders, guys. They are scrappy, and Chicago just lost their only really bright spot in Montgomery for 4 to 5 weeks, so ain't got no faith there. Oh, look, Fields, but I know he ain't got no run game. I got no faith.
Yeah.
On the road, too. Bears play well at home.
Oh,
Bears play well at home. Not
you're right.
Not on the road. I'm
Yep.
taking the Raiders.
Yep. This is a lock, dude. Raiders all day. You take out home field where they play well. You take out Fields. I heard they're going back to Dalton. It's like, what are you doing? You know, that offense is going to be stagnant again. And you take out Montgomery. It's done. Raiders.
Yeah, definitely Raiders. I think Damian Williams is a good option as a backup, and I think you won't notice Montgomery's absence as much, but they suck. Their offensive line is the worst in the league.
Yeah.
By far. Even worse than the Badgers' offensive line, and that's saying something.
That's saying so.
Ooh.
All right. Let's move on to Cleveland at Los Angeles Chargers. This is an interesting game, actually. I took the Chargers, but Cleveland definitely could keep that offense, that power offense, on the sideline, and they could sneak away with this one, guys. But in the end, I think Kirby's going to figure it out. He seems to like to. What do you guys think?
Yep. I agree.
I think you get Baker Mayfield in a shootout, it's a bad time.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the Chargers are going to take this one. It'll be a good game. It'll be close. They're both going to kind of play to the competition, I think, and it's going to be a close one.
If you think about it, these teams are very similar. And what is the big difference? Quarterback. Herbert, stud, Baker, meh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Browns are boring, though. Let's be real, guys.
Don't even get me started.
They
on
made Odell
that.
Beckham Jr. boring. That's impressive.
Yeah.
It's true.
That guy used to be
I miss
dynamic.
Giants Odell.
I do too. It's like whatever happened to that
When
guy?
he was
Is
fighting
he in the
the
league
kicking
anymore?
net. Come on.
And when he was fighting the wall at Lambeau.
All right, this one I think is gonna be a pretty quick one. We got Giants at Dallas. Giants, they're looking a little bit better, but Dallas all day. At home, I mean, there's not much else. I don't think the Giants can stand up to what Dallas has, and that defense is playing really well for Dallas. What do you guys think?
Yep. I agree. It's at home. That defense is just unbelievably fast.
They are scary
Offense
fast.
is really good.
I think this one's going to be. If you gave me the points, I'd take the Giants. I think
what's
Barkley.
the
How
spread
much
on that?
points?
I have
What's the
I
points
don't know,
spread?
but I imagine it's got to be like
A
it's gotta be
touchdown?
like
By 7.5.
I can
or
see a
something.
touchdown. I can see him making that.
But I think the Giants are going to play close. I think Barkley's finally getting a little healthier, and he's going to get back to his old self. If he's back to his old self, look out. Cowboys are still going to win as long as they keep pounding that rock. If they keep pounding that rock with Zeke, they're going to be hard to beat. And the Giants aren't going to be one of those teams to beat them if they do that. But Mike McCarthy is Mike McCarthy.
That is true. He's really good at managing that clock by not managing it. As a Packer fan, I know all too well the horrors of Mike McCarthy. Anyway, San Francisco at Arizona. Arizona stays undefeated, I think. The only thing I really think that can stop them this game is themselves. They got a little too high after that Rams win, but I think they stay grounded, and they are hungry. I think they're going to stay undefeated, guys.
This is my shocker, dude.
Ooh,
shocker
I
of the
see you
week.
shaking his
The
head.
Niners got Lance going, right? Got a quarterback that they don't really have a lot of tape on. I think he slings a fucking rock. And that defense is good enough to make Kyler run around enough. It's just going to come down to if Kyler can, pull out some magic out his ass again and make those throws.
True.
Tyler, you stole my shot.
I'm glad
I was going to take the Niners here too. I think with Lance, and then they finally gave Trey Sermon the ball, and he ran the ball okay. And you're going to see, and everybody knew as the season went on, they were going to do that. He was going to get more carries and more carries, especially with Moose Tits or Most Hurt, whatever you want to call him, being out. I got the Niners. It's going to be close, but I think their defense is going to show up, and they're gonna steal this one from Arizona.
I like it. Honestly, a week later, my power rankings might be a little bit different, especially after this game. Buffalo at Kansas City. I think Buffalo goes in and straight up dominates. This is going to be a revenge game. They are playing good. Kansas City defense couldn't stop a cold. It's going to be ugly. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. And I don't think it's going to be a shutout, but it's going to be – I think Kansas City could lose this well, like maybe even 20. Eesh. Believe it or not. What do you guys think?
Honestly, if it was in Buffalo, it's just going to come down to home team. I'm going Chiefs. That's another stadium where the crowd noise affects, the opposing team. And the Chiefs just have too many weapons that are healthy, and I think they'll be able to take care of business.
I got the Chiefs too.
Oh,
at night in Arrowhead. That's a tough place to play. Not many people go in there and win. And the Chiefs, it doesn't matter how bad their defense is, their offense is, you can't stop Patrick Mahomes.
If this game comes down to it, it's going to be a 50-50 game. It's either going to be like very high scoring. I do not see this game being low.
I'd be down for that.
The main reason I think Buffalo will win it is because I think that defense will actually get some stops. That's really what's going down to. What team gets some stops? But, if Mahomes plays like we know, I could definitely be wrong with my pick. All right, we're going into Monday Night Football. Indianapolis Colts at Baltimore Ravens, and I got to say 100% Baltimore Ravens. I got no faith in the Colts. What do you guys think?
I think this game is going to be a lot closer than you think because
really away in Baltimore.
Denver got away from the run last week. Both Melvin and Javonte Williams ran for over 40 yards on like 7 and 8 carries apiece.
True. Jonathan
Taylor, top 10 running back. If they pound the rock, play turnover-free football. But I'm still going the Ravens. Who are we kidding? It's at Baltimore. Come on. You think I'd be that dumb? No way.
I hope I think the Ravens are going to win this one. As much as I think Harbaugh's annoying, and I'm sure Riley can give his 2 piece on that at another time.
No comment.
But if the Colts do win, I hope they jam it down the Ravens' throat just for Harbaugh so he can complain some more.
I'd love it.
That guy. All right. I love the picks, guys. I love it. Well, let's see what we do. Let's see how we do it. And thanks again for watching, everyone. If you liked what you saw, give a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Feel free to come back next week for another weekly predictions. I can't wait to see you all again. Adios.